Hey, good people. It's your girl, Shy 1000 here. Happy November. Welcome to the month of gratitude and joy. I'm choosing to lean into gratitude and joy this month for the Enjoy EQ monthly newsletter because it's November. Thanksgiving is here. Why not? And it's also something that helped change my life. It's a simple truth. And because it changed my life, I had to share it with you guys. And I thought this was the perfect month to do so. And I want you to think of gratitude as like not just like a nice to have, but it's actually a brain hack. And so for me, that's the best part of it. It's like living in a constant state of gratitude and joy because I truly believe that gratitude unlocks joy. So I'm going to teach you a 1 to 2 minute practice that I use to cultivate this and live this out every day. So if you read this month's newsletter, you would have seen that I talked about a decade and a half ago, or about a decade ago, I was truly just chasing happiness all the time. My life was feeling like a string of fleeting moments that I was trying to capture all the time. I was only giving time and energy to things that made me happy. Well, what happens if something doesn't make me happy? I'm not giving it any time or energy. And the sad part about it is that included like people in my life. So the people in my life, if they weren't making me happy at any given point in time, I'd remove myself. I'd remove access. And that's not just a good way to live at all. And so one day, if you read the newsletter, you'll see that one day I actually got a C in school. And I recently was looking at my college transcripts and saw that C, and I remembered what was actually happening at that time. And I nearly had a breakdown in college, and they sent me to the school counselor. I was working 4 part-time jobs, and I was in school full time. And my mental health was actually struggling, but I didn't have anyone to talk to it about because I was just constantly chasing happy moments. So I believe that happiness is when things happen, you have happiness, but joy is intrinsic. So looking back, I realized that I miss seeing what I actually had because I was so focused on what I didn't have. So I wasn't grateful or living a life of gratitude in any sort of way, shape, or form. And that moment literally was transformative for my life because it pushed me to start seeing things a little bit differently. And in my late 20s is when I started cultivating and practicing gratitude. It took me a long time to live in joy, but I started the daily practice of practicing gratitude and being thankful for what I had versus what I didn't have. And that was a major shift for me. And so here's the thing, here's why gratitude is actually a brain hack. So here's the science in one sentence, okay? When you intentionally notice positive things, you strengthen neural pathways that bias your brain towards noticing more good. That's the science behind it. That means that gratitude trains the brain to find resources, not only problems. And over time, your baseline mood lifts, your stress responses ease, and you can actually think more clearly under pressure because your frame of reference from the last time you were stressed or the last time you had something going on, your brain looked for the positive, right? So, if you add faith to that, the Bible and science are just now seemingly to catch up, right? So if you add faith to that, Galatians 5:22 through 23 speaks about the fruit of the Spirit. And guess what? Gratitude and joy are fruits of the Spirit. And once you make them a practice, and once you recognize how to change this in a neuropathological way, then you will actually start seeing this manifest in your life. And not the woo woo manifest, right? Like it's not see it, say it, speak it, done. No, it's an actual practice. So I want you to think about this and I want you to try one of these short practices. You can do it now, you can do it later. So, one, the 1 minute pause. And you've heard me speak about the pause and the power of the pause previously in other videos. And I spoke about it from the lens of leadership and our response versus our reaction rate, and how when we pause, we actually have more power. So I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath. And you've heard me speak about this as well. We're going to do a deep breath in for 4, hold for 4, and release for 6. And then I want you to name one thing you're grateful for in work or in your personal life? Be specific, okay? So I'm going to give you a moment to do that. And I'm actually going to do it with you. So we're going to take a deep breath in. Release. I'm grateful for my family. And I'm grateful for how they love me. And for me, that's powerful because I wasn't always grateful for my family. It really took me working hard at this gratitude thing and losing a family member that I really began to make time for my family. When I lost my aunt 10 years ago, I really had to hit the reset button on what I even thought I was practicing in gratitude because I still wasn't spending as much time with my family as I should have been. And when I initially started working on myself, it was about 15 years ago now that I think about it. And it was in my late 20s. And then 5 years later, I lost my aunt, and I wish I had spent more time with her. So I made a vow to myself that I would never do that again with my family. So now I actually make family way more of a priority over the last 10 years since her passing than I ever did. So when I've lost people since her passing, it has shown up very differently in how I feel about the loss. Yes, I miss the person. Yes, I love them deeply, but I'm not like really broken up the same way I used to be because I knew I loved them well when they were here. And for me, that was a game changer. All right, number two, I want you to do a gratitude text. Like, it is so easy to just text someone and tell them what you're thankful for them today, be it at work or your personal life. And if you're a leader, definitely do this with your team and send out a gratitude message to the team or someone who did something really great today or this week that you thought in your heart like, wow, that was really great that they did that, but you might have not verbalized it. I want you to take a moment and send that message out. You can send it in a text, you can send it in an IM, you can send it in an email. Definitely get the message out. It doesn't have to be long, it can be one sentence that just expresses your gratitude. And if you notice in this month's newsletter and your moments of reflection, I ask, when is the last time you wrote a handwritten thank you card? I'll wait. Most of us can't think of the last time we wrote a handwritten thank you card. I want you to spend some time writing some handwritten thank you cards. This is your quick gratitude moment. So you can do that quickly within a minute and a half. Either a text, an email, or writing a thank you card. Just put it out there and let the people who you are grateful for know you're grateful for them. Number three, this is the evening bright spot. So this could take about 90 seconds. I'd say give it a solid 2 minutes. And this is before bed. And you write 1 to 2 sentences in your journal. Today, I'm grateful for whatever the item is, whatever the thing is, whoever the person is, and then the because. And I want you to do this for at least 30 days because this is going to help change your patterns. It's going to change how you even rest. Because if you think about what you're grateful for before you go to sleep, what do you think your mind is going to be focused on when you're actually sleeping? The things you're grateful for. You have different dreams. You show up differently in the world when your mind is at ease in a completely different space. And a part of this is gratitude. Okay. Now, Now, I want you to think about how gratitude impacts your teams, your personal life, your performance, and your clients. What does that look like? So, gratitude is so much more than a feeling. It really is. And it strengthens your teams and your clients' bonds, as well as collaboration on your teams and the relationships within your organization, your family, or just relationships in general. When leaders, because we're all leaders, name wins and thank effort, people feel seen, heard, and perform better, especially when you've taken their advice or recommendation on a particular project and it's successful. And you tell them, man, that thing was the thing that helped get us over the finish line. People feel really good about that. So, clients who receive genuine appreciation are more likely to trust you, renew their contracts, and continue to work with you. And then the biggest game changer of them all is refer you out. People like doing business with those they know, like, and trust. And the more you let clients know that you appreciate them, they'll refer you out and share you with other people because they always want to talk about how great of a business partner their great business partners are. So be mindful of that the next time you're having a team engagement, a client engagement, you're thinking about performance, or you're just having a one on one with your family, or thinking about your family and how you support them. Now, all right, all that to say, I want you to start small. I want you to make small, practical efforts to be grateful daily. This takes a lot of intentionality. It's not going to be overnight, it is a practice. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. And gratitude is a way of life. It is a complete overhaul of your mental, it's a complete overhaul of your heart, and it leads you into unlocking joy. So, for you to be able to do this, it has to be a practice. So, I want to encourage you again, do the journaling for the next 30 days. If you need a journal, guess what? I happen to have one. Here it is. This is the Be Well Gratitude Journal. This has over 40 prompts, I think, 35 to 40 prompts in it that help you cultivate gratitude each and every day over the course of a month. And then I have some pages in the back that are just blank and just says, like, today I'm grateful for, and it leaves the whole rest of the page open. So it's really like two books in one. I give you prompts in the beginning, and then because you have cultivated a habit of it, I don't give you prompts anymore. I leave it open for you to say what you're grateful for each and every day. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you are on your way in your gratitude journey to cultivate more gratitude and joy in your life. And you found something good in today's video and this month's newsletter that you can practically apply to your life. So until next time, it's your girl Shy 1000. Thank you for tuning in for this longer video, as well as the longer intro in the Enjoy EQ monthly newsletter, okay? I'm sharing a lot of myself in this one. So I hope you guys get it, hope it resonates, and I hope you'll come back next month, and I hope you'll share it with those who you think can be supported by it as well. Bye, guys. Till next time.